Welcome to Classic Auto Rescues. I'm Tim Johnston and this is my 1972 Plymouth Duster. This is just a little end of October update showing what we've done with the build and where we're headed. Now we haven't really done anything to this car besides getting it into the shop. The previous owner had to file for a lost title and he went and did that and now it's on the way. So we were waiting just to make sure that we didn't spend any money or waste any time in case something went wrong with getting the title. But now that we got a title on the way, we can start spending money and working on this car without fear of it all being wasted. As you can see, I ended up buying a shark tooth grill. This guy out of Iowa, or was it Illinois? I think it was Illinois, like Chicago area. He had this and he was like 4.5 hours away and I talked him into shipping it. He gave me a pretty good deal. It is an original OEM or NOS, new old stock, shark tooth grill. Now, if you know anything about these old shark tooth grills, you know that they're almost impossible to find if they're original and then super expensive for reproductions. But old buddy gave me a pretty good deal on this one. Came with one headlight bezel and an extra, what is that, a blinker? One of these guys. Came with an extra one of those, so if we need it, which we probably won't, but we can keep it as a spare. I mentioned it in the last videos, but our plan, as of right now, is we're gonna pull this engine. So what happened was it was locked up. So I was tapping on the valves, all of them were free except for one. One ended up going all the way down to the bottom and then won't come back up. So the right thing to do on an engine this valuable and sought for is we're just gonna take it out and we're gonna start that around Thanksgiving, a little bit after Thanksgiving. So I have school, I'm in college, and we get out a little after Thanksgiving. That's when we're gonna really start working hard on this car and getting parts in, and hopefully we can get the engine running by January. That's my hope. We'll see, because parts take a long time to get in, and then if we end up having to take the heads to the machine shop to get them resurfaced or anything, that's gonna take time too. But just so you guys know, this car isn't on the back burner. It's not out in the field somewhere or in the trees. We are actively planning on working on this car. We're just waiting for the title. But since it's on the way, we're gonna go ahead and start ordering parts and getting things ready to go. Still can't believe how good these doors open and shut. Look at that. I'm also on the lookout for a hood. This one ended up rotting right here. Not the hood hinges, the actual hood itself. Right here where this bolt, that bolt right there is supposed to go, it's actually rotted. So you can see it flexing all that way. So I'm actively trying to source a hood. It seems like any part that I find is like an hour or like 5 hours away. Like the grill, it was 4.5 hours away. And I talked the guy into shipping it. A hood you can't really ship. So it's trying to find parts that are reasonably close has been the biggest challenge. That, or someone wants $500 for a lug nut and a shift knob. Mopar parts are insane. Why didn't anyone tell me? Sure, you can find reproductions, but they're not as good. And if you find an original, you can't pay for it. Jeez. But nonetheless, we don't really need all that much. We need engine parts, which are pretty sourceable. Lots of aftermarket there. Then we're gonna need like stuff like seat covers. We're gonna need stuff like fuel lines, brake lines, gas tank. All that stuff is pretty universal or is pretty well reproduced and somewhat cheaply and affordable. So I'm not too worried about that. Another thing is, do you guys like the wheels? Because some people like the rallies with the slots on the back. I kind of do. It gives kind of like a classic muscle car look. But some people are real nitpicky and they want the same wheels all throughout. And tires, because these are fatter on the back. This has the the small bolt pattern, like 5-on-4 or a 5x4, something like that. So they're kind of uncommon. I do have a set of rallies tracked down, only it's just 2. And they're powder coated silver or chrome or something, where these are black on the front. So what do you think I should do? Should I do slots and rallies, or all slots or all rallies, or something else, maybe something aftermarket? Let me know what you guys think for tires too. I'm thinking Cooper Cobras. That's kind of what I put on everything. I like the look, I like the white letter tires. If you guys see a cooler tire, let me know. I'm going for the old classic muscle car look, obviously. So I think Cooper Cobras will fit pretty nice. And then we got stupid stuff to worry about, like we still can't even get any of the wheels to roll. We couldn't even get the wheels off. They're still frozen to the brake hub. Can't get them off. We kicked them, hit them with a sledgehammer, all that crap. So that's going to be a battle all by itself. Now, if you like the car, or you just think I'm good looking, or you just want to support the build, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Whoa, that was weird. But for real, it really does help the channel grow and help it be seen. And the more views and subscribers we get, the more ad revenue that comes in. YouTube's getting paid either way. They might as well cut me a slice. You know what I mean? With the money that I make from this channel, it all goes right back into the car. We got a lot of parts to buy. You know, we got a whole camshaft kit to buy. We got valves, push rods, everything underneath the car, everything inside the car. We're gonna need carpet. Yep. Gonna need a floor pan. Only a partial one though. We're gonna need headliner. We're also gonna need a whole bunch of the little trees because it stinks. We're also gonna need to find a whole lot of patience and know-how and persistence. If you know where I can find some of that, drop it down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to stick around and watch us trying to get this thing in here, it's like a puzzle because we had to, you know, back the truck up with the trailer to the edge of the concrete just right so that the ramps hit the edge of the concrete. Then we had to have the tractor already in here to pull it off because we tried the John Deere Gator. It didn't have the guts. Anyways, if you want to stick around and watch it, I'll have that section right after the outro here. Now, next time you see this car, hopefully we're taking the engine out. That's the plan because this is the end of October. Next video will probably be the end of November, or unless we do something more between there. Send me your hopes, send me your prayers, because it ain't gonna be fun, and it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be a real pain, because the engine doesn't turn over. So we're gonna have to take torque converter out, whatever else connects up in there, and then let's just hope no bolts snap along the way, because this car is, you know, 50 something years old, and it's been sitting in the mud for most of that. So it's gonna suck is what I'm telling you. But I will get it done because this car will rise again. Anyways, enough jibber jabbering. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you later.
Keep going so you don't hit the welder. All right, let me wiggle over now.
Get me out of here. I feel like I'm gonna need a shot. Jeez.